It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gonzalo running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there and welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching you from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Cho. I have Salif Usman right here with me, and also Cosmos Ezoki. Did I get it right?
You did. Absolutely.
All right, Salif.
Yes, always a pleasure.
All right, on today's episode of Sports Orbit, as usual, we have a bumper package for you. Of course, the NPFL, some interesting matches went down yesterday. Also, the French Open also has been done and dusted. And of course, we have a winner who has extended his lead in the French Open. Also, some international matches were played also during the weekend. And that and many more will go through in the course of this program. But first, we'll begin from the NPFL, where Plateau United has cut down the lead of Rivers United to 7 points after defeated Kano Pillars at the New Jos Stadium. While for Rivers United, they failed to, garner all 3 points as they fell 1-0 in that one. So as it stands now, recall that as of last week before match week 32, Rivers United were on top with 10 points, but as it stands now, their lead has been cut down to 7 points. Salihu, interesting times in the NPFL.
Yeah, interesting and fantastic result at the weekend, and just like we said during the review of the weekend game, we're hoping that they in the lead, at least sustain the 10 points. We're going to just hoping that the Plateau United is strong go against the Kano Pillars, going by the recent Kano Pillars, so a form. But fortunately, and just like I told you, the big Shukus and his boys are not comfortable align the line and beating them to give them a 10-point lead after losing to them. And now with this they are scoring at the 10 point, and that's because to show that's why I said that it's not yet for the River United to say they have won the league. It is still a distance race to do, just now 6 months to do. And within this 6 months to do, the difference between the leaders and the second place is just 7 points. And with the 6 months, guys, we are talking about a total cumulative of 18 points from the sixth game. So Plateau United still have a hope, can still keep their slim hold of winning the title. But even as much as we see that River United have an overall edge, overall edge of emerging the champion, but they still have a lot to play for. And looking at the bottom positions, it was also fantastic because if you look at the Lobby Star, went away to MFL. We're hoping that the MFL will begin because after in their subsequent before the match against the Lobby Star, the first draw, and then they win their match, and then now they were helped with a 0-0 draw against the Lobby Star. That's fantastic to run the weekend. So that means at the stage now, towards the end of the league, there's still much to play for.
Yeah, Cosmos, looking at how it went down, do you still think Rivers United will be NPFL champions for the first time come the end of this season?
Well, I wouldn't write them off at this point, and I wouldn't also write Plateau United off. Just to pick on what my brother Salifu has said, Fidelis Lechku has absolutely galvanized that Plateau United team. This season, he has come in, brought in his mentality, his philosophy to the team, and you could see though they've struggled in some games, in some away games, they've struggled, but then you could see the zeal in them to fight to the end, just like how Liverpool fought to the end in the Premier League. So I wouldn't write Rivers United off. I wouldn't write Plateau United off. This is football. Anything can happen in the dying minutes. So I'm just giving big ups to Fidelis, to his team, even though I think one of their players was called for the friendly. Buhari was called for the Nigeria Super Eagles tour in the US, and his team, they're still catching for victories, even though it was a very close 1-0 yesterday. Big ups to him. But Rivers United, they just need to up their game if they hope to win this league at the end of the season, just like how Aqua United did last season. They need to just put in their best. Although I think they called Ishak Rafiu to Rafiu Shah for the Super Eagles stuff. So if the whole team comes together, I still see them having hope at come the end of the season. But then don't write that United off. Don't write them off.
All right, in other results, of course, in that Oriental Derby, it was Abia Warriors 2-0 over Enugu Rangers, while Heartland 1-0 over champions Aqua United. In Akwa Ibom, it was Dakada 2, Shooting Stars 0, while Kwara United also were 2-0 winners over Katsina United. For MFM and Lobby Stars traveled all the way to Togo. Actually, they've been banished for now to play a 0-0 draw, while Niger Tornadoes, a surprise result, if you ask me, 2-1 over Eyimba. That has put Eyimba back to the sixth position. Well, for Remo Stars, it was 1-0 over Gombe United, while Sunshine Stars also 2-1 winners. Then for Wiki Tourist, stopping Rivers United once again. Recall that Rivers United also suffered defeat in the hand of their neighbors, Gombe United. One of after going a long time unbeaten. Same for Remo Stars, Gombe United stopped that, and this time again, their neighbors, Wiki Tourist, doing the same. Quickly, let's take a look at the table as we.
But yes, we just look at the table as concerning looking at the table. If you're looking at the result of this match this weekend, the victory about the Plateau United victory is that that victory against Kano Pillars has also given them, in as much as the close gap against the top, against the league leader, they also extend gap between them and the top place team, which is Enugu Rangers. It was 6 points before. Now, because of Enugu defeat, it's now 9 points. So then you can also be comfortably saying that in as much as if you don't win a league, you can consider finish in the second position. So, for these two teams, coordinator ticket is guaranteed for this team.
So, okay, take a look at the table now. Rivers United still on top with 67 points from 32 matches, while Plateau United 60 points, and Enugu Rangers are in third place with 21 points, while Remo Stars, 50 points for Kwara United, 49 Eyimba also 48. So for Eyimba, Kwara United, Remo Stars, Enugu Rangers, one of these teams should hope to finishing at least making the remaining spots in the top four, as it is.
And these three teams from the Rangers, Enugu Rangers, Remo Stars, Kwara United, Eyimba, these are the four teams that will be strong competing for the one slot. For the Continental, for the CAF Confederation Cup. Remember, the second representative of the CAF Confederation will come from the winner of the Federation Cup. So these teams now have to fight and to finish third, because I don't see them any of these teams finish ahead of any of these top teams at the top. River United and Plateau United. And for if you look at the bottom spot, Lobby Stars, although they are still strong, Lobby Stars, they are not yet safe. They are still within they are still on the edge of the danger zone. Just fought, and even the point between them and the top place Lobby Kwara United is just they're on the same level. Just that the Lobby Stars have a game at hand. Play a number of less game more than compared to Heartland. So Lobby Stars and at the same time, even though Kano Pillars.
In fact, from 12th position down to Heartland, nobody is safe yet.
Nobody is safe. You can say probably from
Abia Warriors down to at least Heartland.
Abia Warriors just 39. Abia Warriors is on 39.
Exactly, that's 2 points.
Civic was 39. Katsina United, all of them 39. So it's still close, still very close. Still very close. Any team within these two levels have to be very strong. Even as far as United have to up their game, because if they continue they are playing, they will also be strong.
All right, away from that now to the Super Eagles, where yesterday actually the Eagles camp is bubbling. It was quite a full house as 23 players took part. Actually, 24 took part in that training session. Of course, the likes of Victor Osimhen, Captain Ahmed Musa are all in camp, but the only players who were absent in that were Calvin Bassey, Joe Aribo, and of course Abdullahi Shehu in that one. Now, looking at the Eagles camp, the match comes up on Thursday. So far, we have a full house. I think this will give Pesero enough time to look at almost all the players we have, almost everybody who is somebody in the national team. What do you see looking ahead to that match on Thursday?
Absolutely, he does not have any excuse now.
Mm.
He does not have any excuse because um, NFF and the committee, they were giving us excuses that the whole squad were not complete during the tour of the United States of America, that some players were absent. Now he has his full squad. He has top strikers in the person of Osimhen. He has the complete squad. He has the captain, the main man, Ahmed Musa. He has everything he needs to take us to the AFCON. Like I said, I've been saying it, I've been telling people, the goal for this man, for Jose Pesero, is to lead us to the AFCON and win the AFCON. That should be his ultimate goal. And I'm happy with although we have not gotten to where we ought to be with the friendlies we played, because many Nigerians have been very, very critical of the man losing these two friendlies in the way we lost them, especially the second friendly we played. We considered that goal out of very, very, very poor defending. It was just absurd. It was very bad. And I hope he works on that department of the pitch. He works on his players. I have seen in some news updates that he has placed his laws, what he wants from the team, what he wants from his technical crew and everything. So I just hope that our first game gets him up and running against Sierra Leone at the Mushood Abiola Stadium. Get that win, 3 points in the bag, nothing else. That's what I expect from him.
So full house in Eagles, and just like Cosmos rightly said, I think Nigerians won't be ready for any excuses this time around,
Absolutely.
because you've played two friendly matches. At least that's giving you time to see the players, and now you have at least they trained yesterday, so at least you have almost like 4 or 5 days to train to be able to at least start to impose your philosophy and perfect your strategies with the boys. So, looking up to that game, if Nigeria doesn't get the desired results, should we start calling for Pesero's head?
Just like the way Ezeke say.
Mm.
Pesero, at the moment, I don't envy him at the moment because he have no any skills to rely on. The Nigeria Football Federation, kudos to the Nigeria Football Federation because they have given him opportunity in the ways of organizing that two friendly match. So he's no longer a new coach.
Exactly.
He has played too much.
Two matches.
So if you have played too much with him, you're already familiar with him. You
Of
know the
course.
boys and you know every
Yeah.
production. Although he's coming home for the first time to play that, we should have been around system. And he know inside him, even his own concept will judge him that if he not even lose, if he draw that match, he know how fanatic and how crazy Nigerian football fans are. If he draw that match, Nigeria started calling for himself. You can't lose two straight match and coming home to draw another match. So he know quite well, and more importantly that we are play. I'm not disrespecting for Sierra Leone, but we are play against a team that you cannot buy everything by every round, by every side, by every whatever any angle, any yardstick you use. Sierra Leone cannot be compared to Nigeria in terms of football. And you are playing such a team, if you draw, you have no. And just like you said, he have all the full squad, everybody. There's no anybody he wanted to have in the team that's not there at the moment. The only missing
from Wilfred.
apart from the who that's the only missing now. And I think with what we have in the camp, we can do away without Wilfred if we are serious about them. So if you lose the match or draw the match, you can't blame it in the absence of Wilfred. So Pesero, he know quite well. I believe he's even though he has not said it or anybody have not said, I believe he's under pressure now that he knows inside him that he's under pressure. He must deliver because people have started calling, he started marking his scheme, and if they're marking your scheme, the first question is called you, the second question is called you, the third one is called you. So the lecturer will be forced because some lecturers are not even who don't take nonsense. After looking at your first line and the marking the second, they may not even get to read the last paragraph. They'll just call you zero. So you have to be careful. Nigeria may not give him another chance. He has to be careful.
All right, that's that for the Super Eagles. Now on to the Sports Federation, where Minister of Youth and Sports Sunday Berry has reminded the newly the National Sports Federation that none of them is bigger than the country. While he gave this while inaugurating the recently constituted interim management committee to oversee the affairs of the NBBF. I mean, this shouldn't be something of even emphasizing it. A sports federation, like the minister rightly said, you draw your powers. You are only representing the sports ministry, so you shouldn't carry yourself in a way that suggests that you are doing the nation a favor or try to act that you are bigger than the country. He couldn't have said it any better.
Exactly. He couldn't have said it better. That's absolutely got it absolutely spot on because we've seen over the years what the basketball federation has brought to our table. Seen the two factions, the constant struggles and disagreements among them. He's not doing us proud. He's not even saying good. He's not even speaking good about the integrity of the country, number one, and sports in the country. And that's been a very, very big and concerning matter for us, especially what is happening in the basketball. So I absolutely stand with the minister there, Solidary, because he got it spot on, saying that no one is bigger than the sports federation in Nigeria, and that's true because as a body of sports federation, you're supposed to work with the country. You're supposed to work aligning your principles with that of the country. So if you go contrary to that, you're just bringing your head out, and you should be cut out. I just hope that these stakeholders they have brought in, these interim ones, would put their heads together as soon as possible because with this break and ban with basketball, many people are out of jobs. Many things are just going wrong in the world of basketball in Nigeria. So I just hope that they start their work as soon as possible, put their heads together, and bring out something positive in the coming days.
I mean, tell you, like following that line onto our next story, where chairman of the interim management committee has said that they will deliver on the mandate given to the IMC by the sports ministry.
They need to.
Yeah, they have no choice. They have no choice. They have to. And at the same time, I want to caution them that they shouldn't see that opportunity, see that appointment. Because the greatest mistake every Nigerian always makes that when you are called off to come and work,
So put an invitation to come and chop.
just that it's an invitation for you to come and do something. Because I was a bit disappointed when I read in his acceptance speech after the inauguration. They were saying that okay, however, appealing to the federal government to make everything all the necessary available. You mean it would align that way to make all the necessary available. So that's not your priority.
Exactly.
You have inaugurated. You also have a right by your inauguration. Also have your banned by the right to also go and look for sponsors. So you shouldn't wait completely. I disagree with him. Waiting for the government to provide all the funds to run the basketball. No. It should be set up by the government. Government can also give you a take-off grant. It can also give you a certain percentage take-off to enable you to operate. But after that, you have banned to go and look for sponsors. We are giving a mantle of leader, you are giving authority. You have the backing authority of the government to negotiate on behalf of the government for the sponsor and to run a basketball. So you shouldn't wait completely for government to fetch water from you for you to bath and at the same time to cook the food. No.
Exactly. Anyway, at this point, we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, Sport Obi continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Now to some tennis where Rafael Nadal yesterday made history once again as he captured his 14th French Open title and in the process also winning his 22nd Grand Slam. Recall that at the Australian Open he had extended his win after being tied on 20 Grand Slams each with Roger Federer and Djokovic, but he won 21 in Australia, and yesterday he made that 22 while also winning the 14th one. Clearly, just like he's been called the king of clay, and once again, he has going to show that truly when it comes to the clay, to the French Open, he reigns supreme.
It's the master of the
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
the master of the game, and this is truly. I told you after the victory against Djokovic, I know that he's going to be the champion. But if the only obstacles on his way was Djokovic, and after removing the Djokovic from the road, everybody should expect that there's no even the Nigerians and the young man that they are playing the final. Shouldn't we say could not even to start him. So congratulations to Nadal, and now extending so that he is the ultimate. Winning having you have given the other challengers Djokovic and the Federer at least 2 points ahead of them. I mean about 2 titles ahead of them. In the sense of the number of the Grand Slam they have won. So those three guys have been the master of the tennis. 2 of them have dominated the tennis for a very long time. But now Nadal at 36 is edging ahead of 2 of them. But let's see. So but Djokovic, I mean, like you said, they still have a US Open to play this season.
Yeah, US and Wimbledon.
And Wimbledon. So Wimbledon is coming, and the US Open. Although Nadal has also hinted that if he's fit, he will definitely go to play Wimbledon. So I see Djokovic coming to reduce some of this point. But if they go 2 of them go to the field and US Open. So who knows? Maybe Djokovic make up. Those as for Federer, Federer is already going out of the
gradually. Yeah. All right. Anyway, away from that to a bit of football. Yesterday we saw Wales edge Ukraine in that World Cup qualifier to finally book a ticket to the World Cup after 64 years. It was actually 1-0. That goal came off a deflection by Gareth Bale, which was deflected by Yarmolenko in that one, and Wales are on to the World Cup after 64 years. Well, a lot of people had some soft spot for Ukraine because of what they are going through, but unfortunately, it was not to be, as Wales will be in the World Cup.
First of all, I would like to say big congratulations to Ukraine. They were very wonderful against Scotland during the week. I watched that game. You could see the passion. Zinchenko playing off the midfield, just passing the ball. Yarmolenko, 100% wonderful that day. Malinowski, the Atlanta guy, perfect footballers. They have good squad. Yesterday, they showed class. They showed the reason why they play for top teams. You could see how Yarmolenko, who plays for West Ham, Zinchenko, Man City, they bossed the team. They showed class. They showed quality. They showed that we are not just here to play. We are not just appealing to the consciences of people. We're not appealing to pity, sympathy.
Exactly.
We're not appealing for sympathy. We are here to show our game. We're here to show our class. We're here to show that we really want to be in the World Cup. And on the other hand, to big ups to Wales, the Welshmen, big ups to the big man Bale. He always comes through for his team, doesn't he? He always comes through with crucial goals at crucial moments. I'd like to see what they have to offer us at the World Cup come November. I think they are in the group of England and US. So I just hope to see what they offer. But I want to tell people to look out for this Welsh team because they have the quality. They are not full with quality in every department of the pitch, but then at crucial places you could see Daniel James off the left wing, Bale, their goalkeeper, what's his name, Hennessy, doing good work. The guy had made massive saves yesterday, that Hennessy guy. So watch out for Wales at the World Cup this year.
Right away from that to a bit of some transfer news where former England and United midfielder Paul Scholes has urged Manchester United to sign a Nigerian midfielder Wilfred Ndidi, who currently plays for Leicester but currently injured. But the news about Ndidi has been on and off, rumors here and there for the past 2 seasons about a potential move to United, but it's yet to happen. But will this be a goodbye if United eventually, bite the bullet and go for him?
Well, several bookmakers, several analysts that put this has make recommendations about talking about this potential move of the United. And this news has refused to tie up. Despite that, at the moment, the Wilfred is on the sidelines, on the injury bed. But here, people still make record to him that no, he's the right place to fill the vacuum within the Man U defensive midfield. And for school, the person who is talking about, he's talking this time, he's not just an ordinary person. He's a legend in the Man U, a player who played all his career. To him, anything that matters most to Fosco is Manchester United, because this is where he spent all his entire career, and he wants to see the team and make a right choice now. The new coach should go for Wayfield to ensure that to fill the vacuum within the midfield, defensive midfield. And if you're looking at in the Premier League, if he's not the best, apart from the Egypt challenge you always have, if not, he's not the best defensive midfielder, you can see that he's among the best. And if Man U get him, I don't think Man U will regret to sign him, bring him into their foot, and because in terms of experience, know what he's playing. He has experience why he's in the Premier League.
Do you think is the answer to Man U's problem now?
Well, yeah, I think it will solve the problem in terms of the defensive problem, defensive midfield problem.
Okay.
All right. Away from that now.
That also depend on the philosophy of the new coach.
Yeah, exactly. Completely. Yeah. Anyway, away from that now to more transfer news where Sadio Mane, of course, in recent weeks also there's been speculation about he likely to make the switch to Bayern Munich. But after that match yesterday, in which he scored a hat-trick against Benin Republic, he has backtracked on those comments, saying that, well, we'll see what the future holds, but for now, he's still a Liverpool player. Do you see Mane making this switch to Bayern? If
100%, like I see him leaving already, because first of all, after the Champions League finals, I checked the wages received by players of Liverpool. So Mane was way down, like 10th, 11th, like putting the players together. I said, wow, a player of his caliber receiving this amount of money after the whole week wages and everything. I said, no, he cannot be. I see the reason why he desperately wants to leave. Like before the match against this weekend's match they played, he was being interviewed, and he was one of the journalists told him that a poll was made among the country guys, and 60 to 70% have said that he should leave Liverpool. I said, yes, I'll do what he said I should do. So I see him leaving Liverpool already. He should go. He should look for other competitions elsewhere. I feel he should go to Bayern Munich, because he play at his caliber. Bayern, the German league will know, play high line football. He will score like, I think I see him scoring like 30 goals, for them 25 to 30 goals. If he goes to that Bundesliga.
I think I share in the same opinion with you. If he has no any reason to leave, he has to leave because of the injustice that he's been.
Exactly. Because on the wage structure,
there's nothing left for him.
He has won everything.
And if Liverpool recognize his contribution he has done, and you are still putting Noah and all other players who are not even making the play squad.
Exactly. That's enough reason to leave the team. That is enough
reason. I can't see me playing week in, I will be sweating every week and receiving less somebody who is not even making
like this season. He did he scored crucial goals at crucial points for the team. He put in the work this season. Absolutely put in the work. So I feel like he should.
At his age, as much as his dream is to play for, it's also the idea of earning more money has also come. So football, he cannot. At least he has his campaign in the next 5 years. Now he can't be the same money again. So he has to also go and look for money. So if Liverpool are not willing to up his way, he has to leave. That's injustice.
Right away from that final story before we leave, yesterday some international friendly matches, and of course the UEFA Nations League matches also went down yesterday. If we have result, of course we saw Messi putting past against Estonia yesterday. Well, some have said that, while on the other hand, Ronaldo banked 2 also against Switzerland. And of course, and social media, where it was the frenzy, some were saying, well, you can see the kind of clubs Ronaldo is scoring against and the kind of teams Messi is also scoring against. Putting past against a team like Estonia, who in the football ranking are 100 and something. For some, said that it's very inconsequential.
So very inconsequential, because if you look at it, Ronaldo scored crucial goal against Switzerland, and Switzerland is not a small team
at all.
So, and for everything, you can't compare Switzerland to Estonia. They can score 2 against
Of course. Well, some other matches, like of course,
Ronaldo and Messi will continue to dig as far as those 2 guys.
I feel like the benchmark now will be at this World Cup. If Argentina wins, Messi wins the World Cup with Argentina, forget the Messi Ronaldo.
No, whoever of them wins the World Cup, if Ronaldo wins or Messi, I mean, that's the end of the debate.
Messi Ronaldo debate, absolutely. I just feel like Argentina will go far in this World Cup. Because I watched the finalissima against Italy. They bossed that game.
Yeah,
Like
completely.
from every department of the pitch. You see Lautaro Martinez putting in his work, Di Maria in the right wing, Messi completely outclassed De Lorenzo at that right wing. The guy was class.
They always have those quotes you mentioned.
They play like a team. They play like a team that
but it's only that when they get where it matters, they always fall apart. But what is that? I pity for them. The best time they would have won the World Cup was 2014 against Italy. Germany. They have everything what it takes to them.
They had everything.
But unfortunately, they lose that match by whiskey to German. And I don't. But if they get to the final again, so be it. What at the last World Cup, they couldn't even progress beyond the second round. And now let's go what's going to happen. What's going to happen in Qatar? Qatar later this year. But the weather in Qatar is another different thing that is going to affect most of the players.
But don't forget that all the Qatari stadiums have been inbuilt with air conditioning, so I think that will help to. Of course, England also lost over the weekend in the UEFA Nations League against Hungary. Exactly.
Southgate is already booming about that sort of defeat.
Yeah, exactly, because England has not lost to those kind of teams in a very long time, and losing that kind of match was a bit of a disappointing one for England. Anyway, viewers, that's where we slam the brakes on today's episode of Sports Orbit. Cosmos, thank you for being in the studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, Salifu, as always, thank you for being in the studio also.
Thank you for having me, my boss.
All right, until you come your way tomorrow with another exciting and refreshing episode of Sports Orbit. I remain your host, Afacho. Stay safe out there, and it's bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.